December 21st, Ali Opfer got out of bed feeling perfectly healthy. The young active athlete went about her business as usual, coaching high school and college cheerleading teams. But within hours of waking up, Ali felt some strange cramps in her stomach. Without thinking, she attributed them to seasonal malaise, and the slight bleeding in her lower abdomen suggested the same thing. Opfer had no idea what a surprise this Christmas would bring. On the 21st, the pains were mild, and Ali simply ignored them. But the next day she was stricken with pain. At first, the woman's mother just thought her daughter was feeling a little sick. But soon the student had to be rushed to the hospital. The poor woman was screaming in pain, not knowing what was wrong with her. Her mother blamed it on kidney stones, while the poor girl was in cold sweat, denying herself the cancer. The doctors, who were shown the patient, hastily conducted an examination. Terrible suspicions were quickly abandoned. And after an ultrasound scan, it became clear. Ali was pregnant. The pale athlete could not believe she was about to give birth. In fact, in the photo above, Opfer was pictured at 42 weeks pregnant. No one, including her, could even think of an impending birth. Ali herself could no longer give birth. Terrible preeclampsia and endless contractions, which the poor woman tried to stifle with painkillers at home, had almost driven the woman to her grave. The woman in labor and her parents were told the baby would be delivered by cesarean section, but before that Opfer would be given spinal anesthesia. Fortunately, the operation went off without a hitch. Soon, the first cry of tiny Oliver was echoing through the maternity ward. The healthy, rosy-cheeked baby was the first boy in the Opfer family in 43 years. While Ali was resting after a difficult operation, the woman's father and mother called all relatives and friends. Soon people began to appear at the bedside of the young mother, who still could not believe to the end that the student had become a mother. Opfer herself, when she came to her senses, said firmly, "Oliver is my best Christmas present." The family stayed at the hospital for the holidays, as Ali was still too weak to go home. The relatives didn't let up, dragging a whole pile of gifts and delicacies into the young mother's room. Of course, the Oppers were not spared from the doctors and nurses on duty, forced to spend Christmas on duty. That day the whole hospital celebrated the birth of an unusual baby boy. Today Oliver is 1 year old. Cheerful and smiling baby grows by leaps and bounds. Ali never found out why her pregnancy turned out so strange. However, now the woman did not care. After all, she wasn't the only one who flaunted a flat belly during pregnancy.